Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Better Brain Book, the best tools for improving memory and sharpness and preventing aging of the brain, by David Perlmutter and Carol Colman. Narrated by Lofbomm. Publisher's note: this audiobook refers to tiers, appendices, recipes, and supplement regimens included in the print and ebook editions of the book. Part 1. Is your brain at risk? Chapter 1. Am I losing it? You've just been introduced to someone at the office or at a party, and seconds later, as you start to introduce her to your friend, you realize you can't remember her name. You're standing in front of a dozen colleagues who have gathered to hear your presentation. It's your moment to shine. But in mid-sentence, you stop dead. To your immense embarrassment, you find yourself asking, "What was I saying?" You walk into the kitchen to find your reading glasses. But as you enter the room, you momentarily go blank and wonder, "Now, why am I here?" You can't remember where you put your reading glasses again. You pick up the phone, and for the third time today, you intend to dial one number when you're actually dialing another. You find that you're having trouble calculating restaurant tips, something you used to do easily in your head. Does this sound familiar? Are you having difficulty concentrating at work, remembering names and appointments, and keeping track of your glasses and keys? Are you easily distracted and less able to stay on task? Do you nod out during long meetings? Do you feel that you're not as sharp or on the ball as you once were? Do you get cranky more often than you once did? Do you worry that you're so out of it that you're going to lose your next promotion to some kid right out of school? Do you worry, if I'm like this now, what am I going to be like in 10 years? Are you tired of making jokes about senior moments? In moments of desperation, do you wonder, am I losing it? The conventional wisdom is that becoming forgetful, moody, and even a little spacey is a normal sign of aging that happens to everyone and is no cause for concern. Moreover, you might think, even if your brain is turning to mush, there's nothing much you can do about it anyway, except sit back and watch with a combination of amusement and horror as you become mentally slower and duller with each passing day. But that conventional wisdom is outdated, outmoded, and outrageously wrong. The slowdown in brain function that begins during midlife, the memory problems, difficulty focusing, brain fog, irritability, and loss of mental agility and physical coordination, is not a normal part of aging. It is the beginning of a downward spiral that is destroying your brain, slowly and insidiously chipping away at your ability to function at your peak and stay on the top of your game. And believe me, it is something to worry about. The process of deterioration that is causing the "where did I put my keys" and "what was I just doing" syndromes is the same process that can lead to serious medical conditions, such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and stroke. What's worse, most of us unwittingly lead lifestyles that accelerate this destructive process. We are promoting the demise of our brains. Consider this. If you regularly use any over-the-counter or prescription medication, you could be putting your brain at risk. Dozens of commonly used drugs, including antacids, birth control pills, non-aspirin pain relievers, and cholesterol-lowering medications, can starve your brain of important nutrients that keep it functioning at an optimal level and protect against brain aging. If you don't routinely read food labels to screen out bad brain-busting ingredients, chances are you are consuming foods that make your brain sluggish and slow down your reaction time. If you drink unfiltered tap water, spray insecticides in your home or garden, or use underarm deodorant or dandruff shampoo, you may be exposing your brain to toxins that will age it faster. If you are stressed out on the job or at home, your brain is being constantly bathed in stress hormones that can destroy its memory center and dumb you down. That's the bad news. The good news is that brain degeneration is not inevitable. You can stop it, reverse it, and recover what you have lost. Your brain has amazing powers of regeneration, and you can tap into them by supplying the right raw materials. You don't have to abandon your life dreams or lower your expectations because you think that your brain can't go the distance. My Better Brain program will give you the tools you need to reinvigorate, protect, and maintain your brain. I will introduce you to my scientifically proven program of natural therapies, including a Better Brain workout that boosts memory and mental speed, dietary strategies that can rejuvenate sluggish brain cells, and nutritional supplements that provide the fuel you need to keep your brain running on all cylinders. I am a board-certified neurologist, a specialist in the brain and nervous system, and I have been practicing medicine for more than 2 decades. At my offices, the Perlmutter Health Center in Naples, Florida, I have treated thousands of patients who have come to me from around the world with problems ranging from mild midlife memory loss and brain fog to severe neurological deficits resulting from disease. Those of you who may be worried about developing neurological problems, whether because of family history, lifestyle, or just the sense that your brain is slowing down, will learn how to prevent them and preserve your brain function. Those of you who have already been diagnosed with neurological problems will learn how to arrest the progression of your disease, reverse deterioration, and restore lost function. The Better Brain program is organized in 3 tiers based on your level of risk. Tier 1, Prevention and Maintenance, is a supplement regimen for those who have few risk factors but want to maintain optimum brain function throughout their entire lives. If this is you, you haven't yet reached the "where did I put my keys" stage. And if you follow this program, you may avoid it completely. Although you may get away with being less vigilant about your diet, at least for now. You should try to follow the Better Brain meal plan most of the time. You can also benefit from doing the Better Brain workout at least 2 to 3 times a week. It will make your good brain even better. Tier 2, Prevention, Repair, and Enhancement, is a supplement program for those who are at moderate risk who would like to improve their brain performance and prevent further deterioration. If this is you, within a few weeks, you will feel as sharp and alert as you did back in the days when words and ideas flowed effortlessly, and you had mental energy to spare. If you want to stay out of Tier 3, I strongly urge you to follow my meal plan and do the Better Brain workout every day. Tier 3, Recovery and Enhancement, is an intensive supplement regimen for those who are at high risk, including those who may already be experiencing a noticeable decline in mental ability. If this is you, Tier 3 is an aggressive program to help bring you back to a higher level of functioning and prevent further decline. It is imperative that you follow my meal plan and do the Better Brain workout every day. Which program is right for you? Should you follow Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3? The Brain Audit, the self-assessment test in Chapter 2, will show you which program is best suited to your needs. The Brain Audit contains 45 questions about your mental function, lifestyle, diet, environment, medications, stress level, and medical history. The Brain Audit will only take a few minutes of your time, but will reveal volumes about the state of your brain health. Most people are completely unaware of the common, everyday things in their lives that can sap their brain power, accelerate brain aging, and leave them vulnerable to a neurological disease. The Brain Audit will help identify the risk factors in your life that are threatening the health of your brain, so you can begin to make positive changes. Remember to consult your physician before starting any diet, supplement, or exercise program. How to use this book. The Better Brain book is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, Is Your Brain at Risk?, reveals the hidden risk factors that are hurting your mental performance right now and increasing your susceptibility to serious memory issues and neurological disease down the road. The Brain Audit in Chapter 2 will help you identify which tier of the Better Brain program is right for you. Part 2, Tools for a Better Brain, includes a brain workout to reinvigorate your brain cells, a lifestyle guide, a meal plan, and supplement regimens for Tiers 1, 2, and 3. Chapter 11 describes 4 medical tests for your brain that I believe should be included in your annual physical. Part 3, Specific Brain Disorders and What to Do About Them, is geared for those who have already been diagnosed with neurological disorders and offers treatment protocols that have been helpful for many patients. It covers Parkinson's disease, stroke, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, and Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. Chapter 2. The Brain Audit. The brain audit that follows will help you assess the status of your brain, so you can determine which tier of the Better Brain program is right for you. The brain audit will reveal things about your lifestyle, home or work environment, or daily routine that could be putting the health of your brain at risk. This part of the Better Brain program helps you make constructive changes in your life that will have a profound impact on your future. Making these simple changes may not only save your brain, but could very well save your life. Please answer yes or no to the questions that follow. When you have finished the brain audit, add up your score as instructed. Your score will tell you which tier of the Better Brain program is right for you. Rating your mental performance. 1. Do you find that you have to write things down or you forget to do them? 2. Do you frequently misplace things, like your keys, wallet, or glasses? 3. Do you find it increasingly difficult to stay focused during a long meeting? 4. Do you worry that you won't remember someone's name shortly after being introduced? 5. Do you find that it is difficult for you to resume a task once you have been interrupted? For example, if you stop to answer the telephone while you are doing something, do you find it difficult to remember where you left off? 6. If the radio or television is on in a room, do you have difficulty reading or concentrating on your work? 7. Do you find it more difficult to do simple mathematical calculations in your head, like figuring out the tip on a restaurant check or keeping score during a tennis or card game? 8. Do you get more frustrated than you used to when confronted with a mental challenge? 9. Do you feel overly concerned or fearful when you are forced to learn something new, like a new computer system at work? 10. Do you find it is becoming more difficult to follow the plot in a novel or a movie? 11. Is it easier for you to remember something that happened 30 years ago than 3 days ago? Your age. 12. Are you over 40 years old? 13. Are you over 50 years old? 14. Are you over 60 years old? 15. Are you over 70 years old? 16. Are you over 80 years old? Your diet. 17. Do you eat foods with trans fatty acids 3 or more times a week? Trans fatty acids are found in most brands of margarine and in many processed baked goods and snack foods. If you don't know the answer to this question, you probably are. 18. Do you use artificially sweetened foods or beverages? 19. Is there usually more meat on your plate than vegetables? 20. Do you drink more than 2 glasses of wine or 2 alcoholic drinks on most days? 21. Do you eat sweets or dessert every day? What's in your medicine cabinet? 22. Do you routinely take any drugs, prescription or over-the-counter, that could be harmful to your brain? Routinely is defined as 4 times a week or more. Before you say no, keep in mind that this includes many antacids, painkillers, heart medications, asthma treatments, and even birth control pills. For a list of potentially brain-damaging drugs, see the list of drugs at the end of the brain audit. Each drug counts as a separate yes answer. Write down the number of drugs that you take in on a piece of paper. Personal habits. 23. Do you routinely get less than 8 hours sleep a night? 24. Do you use a cell phone without an earphone? 25. Do you have a sedentary lifestyle? That is, you don't exercise regularly. Defined as 30 minutes of moderately vigorous exercise, such as brisk walking, running, or weight training at least 3 times a week. 26. Do you smoke tobacco, or have you smoked tobacco within the last 20 years? 27. Have you ever used cocaine? Your environment. 28. Do you drink well water? 29. Have you ever lived in a place where the house or yard was routinely treated for insects? 30. Do you live in a house or an apartment building constructed before 1978? 31. Do you sleep with an electric blanket or clock radio within 3 feet of your head? Your stress level. 32. Are you going through a stressful time in your life? For example, is your job stressful, or are you in the midst of a divorce, out of work, having financial concerns, or caring for a sick relative? 33. Are you all work and no play? That is, you rarely engage in leisure activities. 34. Do you come from a single-parent home? 35. Do you have 3 or more older siblings? 36. Did you lose a parent during childhood or teenage years? 37. Did you experience physical or emotional abuse as a teen or child? 38. Did you serve in the military during wartime? Your medical history. 39. Do you have a parent, grandparent, or sibling who has suffered from a neurological disease such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or senile dementia, or who has had a stroke? 40. Are you more than 20 pounds overweight? 41. Have you been diagnosed with either type 1 or type 2 diabetes? 42. Have you ever been diagnosed with depression? 43. Have you ever experienced a head trauma that resulted in a loss of consciousness? 44. Do you have a history of coronary artery disease? 45. Do you have treated or untreated high blood pressure with either a systolic reading, the top number, of over 150, or a diastolic reading, the bottom number, of over 85? Are you taking any of these drugs? Antacids and stomach acid suppressors. Generic name, aluminum hydroxide. With magnesium carbonate or magnesium hydroxide and simethicone, or magnesium trisilicate. Drug type, antacid. Brand names, Gaviscon, Aludrox, Digel, Gelusil, Maalox, Magalox, Mylanta. Generic name, cimetidine. Brand name, Tagamet. Generic name, famotidine. Brand name, Pepcid. Generic name, lansoprazole. Brand name, Prevacid. Generic name, nizatidine. Brand name, Axid. Generic name, omeprazole. Brand name, Prilosec. Generic name, ranitidine. Brand names, Zantac, Zantac 75. Pain relievers. Generic name, aspirin. Acetylsalicylic acid. Brand names. Pure aspirin is sold under numerous brand names, including many private store labels. Percodan and Empirin are combination aspirin and codeine products. Non-aspirin pain relievers. Generic name, acetaminophen. Brand names, Panadol, Tylenol, Tylenol arthritis pain, aspirin-free Anacin, plus countless house brands. Acetaminophen may also be added to over-the-counter cold medicines and codeine-containing pain relievers. Antidepressants. Generic name, amitriptyline. Brand name, Elavil. Generic name, Desipramine. Brand name, Norpramin. Generic name, Doxepin. Brand name, Sinequin. Generic name, Imipramine. Brand name, Tofranil. Generic name, Nortriptyline. Brand names, Aventil, Pamelor. Generic name, Protriptyline. Brand name, Vivactyl. Antipsychotic drugs. Generic name, Haloperidol. Brand name, Haldol. Blood pressure lowering drugs. Generic name, Atenolol. Brand name, Tenormin. Generic name, Bisoprolol. Brand name, Zebeda. Generic name, Bumetanide. Brand name, Bumax. Generic name, Clonidine. Brand name, Catapres. Generic name, Furosemide. Brand name, Lasix. Generic name, Hydralazine. Brand name, Apresyline. Generic name, Hydrochlorothiazide, HCTZ. Diuretic used alone or in combination with other medications to lower blood pressure. Brand names, Aldactazide, Capizide, Combipres, Diazide, Hydrodiaryl, Hyzar, Lopressor HCT, Lotusin HCT, Maxide, Microzide, Modiuretic, Prinzide, Vasoretic, Zestiretic. Generic name, Metoprolol. Brand names, Lopressor, Toprol. Generic name, Nadolol. Brand name, Corgard. Generic name, Pindolol. Brand name, Viscan. Generic name, Propranolol. Brand name, Inderol. Generic name, Torsemide. Brand name, Demodex. Generic name, Triamterene. Brand names, Direnium or in combination with other drugs in Maxide and Diazide. Cholesterol-lowering drugs. Generic name, Atorvastatin. Brand name, Lipitor. Generic name, Cholestyramine. Brand name, Cholestid. Generic name, Fluvastatin. Brand name, Lescol. Generic name, Lovastatin. Brand name, Mevacor. Generic name, Pravastatin. Brand name, Pravachol. Generic name, Simvastatin. Brand name, Zocor. Anti-diabetic drugs. Generic name, Glipizide. Brand name, Glucotrol. Generic name, Glyburide. Brand names, Diabeta, Glinase, Micronase. Generic name, Metformin. Brand name, Glucophage. Generic name, Tolazamide. Brand name, Tolinase. Asthma drugs. Generic name, Beclomethasone. Oral inhaler. Brand name, Vansorel. Generic name, Budesonide. Oral inhaler. Brand name, Pulmicort. Generic name, Budesonide. Nasal inhaler. Brand name, Rhinocort. Generic name, Flunisolide. Nasal inhaler. Brand name, Nasalide. Generic name, Flunisolide. Oral inhaler. Brand name, Aerobid. Generic name, Fluticasone. Oral inhaler. Brand name, Flovent. Generic name, Mometazone. Nasal inhaler. Brand name, Nasonex. Generic name, Theophylline. Brand name, Arolate. Generic name, Triamcinolone. Oral inhaler. Brand name, Asmacort. Antibiotics. Generic name, Trimethoprim. Frequently prescribed for chronic urinary tract infections. Brand names, Bactrim, Septra. Anticonvulsant drugs. Also prescribed as antidepressants. Generic name, Carbamazepine. Brand name, Tegretol. Generic name, Ethosuximide. Brand name, Zerontin. Generic name, Phosphonidaone. Brand name, Cerabix. Generic name, Mephobarbital. Brand name, Mebarol. Generic name, Phenobarbital. Brand name, Phenobarbital. Generic name, Phenytoin. Brand name, Dilantin. Generic name, Primidone. Brand name, Misoline. Generic name, Valproic acid. Brand names, Depakote, Depakine. Anti-Parkinson's drugs. Generic name, Carbidopa and Levodopa. Combination of 2 drugs. Brand name, Sinemet. Corticosteroids. Anti-inflammatory drugs. These are used to treat asthma, arthritis, allergy, and pain. Generic name: methylprednisolone. Brand name: Medrol. Generic name: prednisone. Brand names: Deltazone, Orazone. Estrogens. There are dozens of different brands of estrogen products, and I have only listed the major brands here. If you are taking estrogen in the form of birth control pills or hormone replacement therapy, even if you don't see your particular estrogen drug on the list, assume that it works just like other estrogen and can cause nutrient depletion. Generic name: estrogens, with or without progesterone, as contraceptives, oral or skin patch. Brand names: Orthonovum, Orthotricycline, Overall, Ovcon, Demulin, Loestrin. Any estrogen-containing oral contraceptive. Generic name: estrogens, with or without progesterone, for hormone replacement therapy for menopause or hysterectomy, oral, skin patch, or cream. Brand names: Premarin, Prempro, Activella, Combin Patch, Estrotest. Any hormone replacement product containing estrogen. Estrogen substitutes for osteoporosis. Generic name: Raloxifene. Brand name: Evista. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. NSAIDs. Generic name: Celecoxib. Brand name: Celebrex. Generic name: Ibuprofen. Brand names: Advil, Bayer Select, Motrin, Midol, etc. Generic name: Indomethacin. Brand name: Indocin. Generic name: Naproxen. Brand names: Naproxen, Aleve, etc. Assessing your level of risk. Each yes answer is worth 1 point. Add up all your yes answers to get your final tally. For question 22, each of the drugs that you take routinely counts as 1 yes answer, so you accrue several points for this question. Which program should you follow? Total score 0 to 6. Tier 1. If you scored between 0 and 6 on the brain audit, you should follow the Tier 1 program for prevention and maintenance. Tier 1 is for people who are basically healthy, have reasonably good health habits, and do not have any specific problems. My hunch is that if you have scored in Tier 1, you are 30 years old or younger, and you are likely to breathe a sigh of relief and say, "Well, I'll just leave well enough alone and not do anything." That could be the mistake of your life. The pathological process that is the root cause of brain degeneration is just beginning. Over the next decade, the destruction will only accelerate, and if you do nothing to stop it, you will soon find yourself in Tier 2 or Tier 3. The Tier 1 program is fairly simple. I recommend that you take a few key nutrition supplements, and that you follow the Better Brain Meal Plan. Although the brain workout in Chapter 9 is optional for you, you can still benefit from it. It will sharpen your memory and increase your reaction time. In other words, it will make your good brain even better. Total score 7 to 30. Tier 2. If you scored between 7 and 30 on the brain audit, you should follow Tier 2 for prevention, repair, and enhancement. Tier 2 is for people who are at moderate risk and would like to improve their brain performance and prevent further problems. Just as your muscles need to be exercised so they don't get flabby, so do your brain cells. The brain workout will help restore mental agility and improve your ability to process information and retrieve it on demand. The Better Brain Meal Plan will keep your brain well-nourished with the raw materials required to build a better brain within weeks. The Tier 2 supplement regimen in Chapter 6 will replenish key nutrients in your brain that decline with age, and are your brain's best protection against further damage. Be vigilant about implementing the lifestyle changes suggested in Chapter 7, and review the list of drugs in your brain audit. Paying close attention to your lifestyle and medications can help prevent your minor problems from turning into serious ones. Total score above 30. Tier
Sample complete. Ready to continue?